Hello, this is Mickey, and I am back with Inglorious Reviews for Season 1, Episode 15 after a 2-week break. So we see in this episode kind of a filler, but some great, amazing things. I am very much keeping my excitement about what has happened in this episode. So, first off, we have Weather Wizard. We have the second reincarnation of him in the form of his brother, so that's really good. And seems to have much more control. We see, the one thing I think was good is they showed the wand, which in the original Weather Wizard, he has a wand and he uses that for the weather. So what I'm thinking is going to happen here is that that wand is going to be reverse engineered by the Weather Wizard to be used. The person is going to reverse engineer that Weather Wizard, which kind of looks like the sonic screwdriver from Doctor Who, if you've ever seen that. Same type of thing, just longer and larger by about like 6 inches and 2 inches diameter or something. So we're going to see probably not, who would it be? Part of the Pied Piper, who in reverse engineer, or Captain Cold. So we see that. So we see that. Another big thing being Iris West and Barry Allen get together, which is a nice twist, something I did not see. I thought they were going to get him together with Linda Park, which also works, but Linda Park is also not in this timeline, shouldn't be in this timeline. So this works out nicely, because Iris West is targeted by the Reverse Flash when Barry Allen and Iris West get married. So we have that, which is a nice lead up to everything. Another thing, look at my list here. We have a lot of things going. Unfortunately, Cisco dies, or at least we think so. Unless you look at the preview, he dies because of Harrison Wells. Before I get to that huge thing, I think there were some small things the in the, throughout the episode, just even this episode, that could easily basically said, "Hey, look, Harrison Wells is one of the Flashes, Reverse Flash for that matter, is in the coffee shop. He gets up, he's like, I'll be back." He just leaves, so she knows. And when he's in his wheelchair and he's all like, "I gotta go stretch my legs." Well, clearly that's foreshadowing. But the big thing here, Harrison Wells is Reverse Flash, and I was wrong. I was thinking he was Hunter Zolomon, and there was some time travel, which there is, but not in the sense that I thought it was. Harrison Wells is Edward Thawne, who is from the 25th century, and he wants to kill Barry Allen eventually. How does this tie in? We all know, and he mentioned this, that Eddie Thawne is a distant bird. He is. Edward Thawne, he says, "I need to get back." Well, that is not a reflection, but a connection to what is eventually, I feel like, is going to be bring up to the Speed Force, which was also alluded to when they said, "Barry Allen, you need to move fast." So the Speed Force is what Eddie Thawne, or not Eddie Thawne, Eobald Thawne needs Barry Allen to do. He needs him to attain Speed Force speed so he can, again, drain off the Speed Force and again become the full Reverse Flash and go back to the 25th century. And that is why he's helping the Flash. So this was a huge thing, because now that the fact we know that he's Eobald Thawne, who's he going to tell? Because Caitlin knows now, or at least assumes much. Cisco's dead. So does Flash figure this out, or does he figure it out? Does Mason, the reporter guy, know? So there's a lot of interesting things. Now, but I don't think we're going to see any of this conflict at all until probably 2 or 3 weeks later. because we see that the Flash, you know how he time travels, he just creates a hole in the time-space continuum, as well says it, and he changes it. Which I'm going to assume he's doing right here, is he gets the Weather Wizard, Clyde's brother now, and he puts him in jail, changing the time-space continuum. So Harrison Miller doesn't need to reveal himself as Eobald Thawne. Cisco doesn't die. The Detective West doesn't get broken legs and tied to a barge. No tsunami. But because this happens, things are going to go crap. We can see it. It's going to happen. One thing I think is quite interesting is they've made it so you see the Speed Force now, which is really quite interesting, and you see a copy. Now that could easily be Barry Allen himself in the Speed Force, and he just doesn't know it, or it could be he is seeing another Flash from another universe, whether it's not Bart Allen, that doesn't make sense. Kid Flash or one of those people, he evades me right now, but like Jay Garrick, who was the original Flash. They've alluded to that before when they were in the shed. So this is really quite interesting. What was I going to say? It's very interesting, but I was wrong, unfortunately. So we have, as I said, now let me just go into miscellaneous details. So Iris West and Barry Allen together. That's great. And I think they did it nicely, but it's going to cause problems for Eddie Thane. I mean, that's going to be a weird one. He slipped in that little gay thing, which is not a bad idea, between the head officer and his significant other. Nice little slip there. Yeah, I wish they'd make that Weather Wizard one less like electronic screwdriver. It'd be helpful. But okay, so we have everything set up. There's some large things like Eobald Thawne is now in the picture, but he's truly not because Barry Allen disrupted the Speed Force. So anybody who had any questions is now, questions are somewhat solved, because we all know that Reverse Flash was trying to kill Flash and Nora Allen just got in the way, really. And then, but I don't think that's not really true, I don't think. But it could be, because if you read the comics, it's the Reverse Flash trying to stop the Flash trying to stop Reverse Flash from killing Nora Allen. So again, Harrison Wells is lying again, but he is Eobald Thane trying to get Barry Allen to Speed Force. So being Barry Allen, this works out nicely to the Flash for that matter, because now time travel breaks time speed, reverts everything back. Nobody remembers anything. Nothing ever changes. Eobald Thawne can continue his pushing the Flash to the Speed Force. Now, on a different note here, at the end of things, we see at the end you see the end credits and everything. We have the Rogue Gallery. The Rogue Gallery is up and running. We have Captain Cold now, Heatwave, and I made this in my other video before. Captain Cold, Heatwave, the Trickster. What else we got here? The new Weather Wizard, and Captain Cold's sister, Golden Glider. The question here will be whether Harrison Wells is going to work with the Flash, leave it alone, or work with the Rogue Gallery, indirectly or directly. Maybe the Pied Piper, they'll toss him in there too, maybe. Who knows? To attain Speed Force speed. How far is Harrison Wells, Eobald Thawne, Reverse Flash, all the same guy, is he willing to push the Flash? What danger is he? Is he willing to continue to be his friend and allow the time-space continuum to go until, he gets Speed Force? I don't think they're going to have it happen because they're going to have to set something else in motion. And I think have Harrison Wells go to the Rogue Gallery, or not go to the Rogue, get the Speed Force, say Barry Allen get the Speed Force, then he can do all kinds of fun stuff, as we see Edward Eobard Thawne, who is tapped into it, but it has been drained from him. If he leaves, but he wants to kill Barry Allen, back, so we'll see him go back and forth. We'll have the Rogue Gallery as kind of the main contender for Barry Allen's death, or at least villain-wise. This episode overall was really good. I enjoyed it. I assume all you will have too, after the 2 weeks of no Flash. But yeah, unfortunately, I was really disappointed I was wrong. Betting on that. Exciting all the same, so please. So that's the end of that. Be sure to watch Becky's Arrow review videos whenever those show up. Also, watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It's a good one. Just a side note. I know that's Marvel, not DC. Also, my mind gets so little views. I think it's probably because I stick to the facts and just straight review it, and there's no like off the tangents too much. But if you think I can improve somehow, I don't know how much longer we'll be doing this. Do tell. So I see you all next week then.